Hi everyone. Um, switching away from my South African photos, this is my webinar. I'm gonna shoot the what season? This season is buying a house, right? Okay. So this season on buying a house in Singapore, I'm gonna go to the next episode, which is how to pick a house, and yeah, some of the groundwork that you can consider if you're going to pick a house. So for BDO, I think you don't have a lot of choice. So for BDO, you just basically will pick BDO SBF. You're going to pick just based on like the location and also the number of rooms. So that one is pretty straightforward lah. You also don't know what you're getting, except for like the floor plan and stuff. Last time I think you cannot even see the plot plan. I think only recently they started to make it like more detailed. But anyway, that aside. So let's say, me who bought a resale, I will know more about resale. So for me, when I bought a resale, how I did it was, firstly, I did not use an agent. Because resale is very easy to buy, but if you're selling and buying and you need to do contra, that one you need agent because only agents can also advertise houses on Property Guru. But if you're only buying, as most singles would be, you can look for the house yourself on Property Guru, or what's the other website? Cannot remember already. Yeah lah, but most people will just use Property Guru lah. There are other competing portals, but I think I'm the most used to Property Guru, and I think that one, it's like if it's somewhere on another portal, it's also going to be on Property Guru 100%. Agents are not going to not use the most popular portal to advertise their houses, obviously. The issue with Property Guru only is that you're going to see, of course, the same listing is going to appear sometimes if the person use multiple agents to market. So yeah, that's something that you can't help. So, okay, but even before you go and do your research on Property Guru, right? For me, I think the first thing we did was to actually narrow down the location. So when you narrow down the location, this goes beyond like whether it's north, south, east, west. Like, okay, some people, maybe they're very open or they don't care lah. But for us, what we did was, firstly, we wanted to stay in the north area because that's where our family is. Although I work in the east, but we wanted to stay close to family and we are more familiar with that area. And since the parent is quite old, so we don't want to make sudden changes by changing the environment, because later they may feel disconcerted lah. And they also wouldn't want to be staying far away from their siblings and stuff. But personally, if it was just up to me, right, I would have loved to buy a house somewhere else lah. I like the west. I don't like the east because it's too congested. I like the west, okay. And I think it would have been nice to buy somewhere central lah. Like when I say central, I mean like Waterloo, that kind. But yeah, it's expensive lah. So in the end, I just stayed in the north because I find north is like quite, it's not east, it's not west, you see. So north is like you go east, south, or west, it's like equidistant. If you stay east, going to the west is very long, or it feels long anyway. And then same vice versa is the same lah. I think north is like people will say, oh, north is like far from everything, but at the same time, north is also reasonably accessible to everything, all areas of the island, and it's also accessible to Johor lah if you drive down, which I do so a few times before. So that is actually one thing I also wanted to laugh at. Some people from the east, when they go Johor, right, for us northeast, when we reach after the customs, it's like we're practically home already. But once I had to drive my friend all the way back to her house in the east, and I was like, wow, after you pass customs, I cannot imagine if you already drive the jam so long and then you still need to drag yourself all the way to the east or the west. I don't even know why anybody would go to Johor. I've lived in the north all my life, so this has never been something that I thought about lah. But anyway, that's a totally different topic.